Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be replacing the bulbs in my Speedo cluster. Essentially I've been meaning to do this, and somebody in the one of the Twingo owners groups said that they've just done it, and it just reminded me that I need to do it. So it's quite straightforward. There's T20 Torque screws. There's 3 of them across the top. So I'm just going to go and take that off, and that whole panel comes off. So let me just do that. Okay, so the panel's off, and so we now come down to the cluster, and it's 2 T20 screws there and there, and yeah, that's a pretty straightforward removal. Speedo's removed. There's actually 3. There was one at the bottom there, 3 screws, and then there's the 4 bulbs there, and you just literally unscrew those and replace the bulbs, and I'll show you how you do that. Okay, so I remove the bulb holder and the bulb, and sometimes what you need to do is you need to actually use a pair of pliers just to twist, because the connectors can be a little bit, connections on there can be a little bit tight. So let me see whether I can zoom in. Come on, zoom in. There we go. Yep, so those little metal things that stick out actually touch onto the circuit board, and it tightens in. If they've been in there for a while, they sometimes are tight, so just use a pair of pliers. Very gently just twist them. If it feels like you're going the wrong, it's getting tighter, then you're going the wrong way. So what we do is, come on, just focus. And we just pull that bulb out and put a new bulb in, and then we put the bulb holder back in. These are very common across, these bulb holders across all the Renault range, going back to the late 80s, mid 80s. I think Renault 5s used to have these as well, so it's not some weird and wonderful thing. It's been very common on Renaults for generations now. So the bulb's out. It's a little darker than the new one going in. That's mainly because it's actually burning out, or has burnt out. And it's just a push fit. And then you put this back in the cluster, in the instrument cluster. Okay, so bulbs are in. I haven't actually screwed the panel back on, but I just want to test it. And there we go. It gets a bit dimmer when your lights are on. But that's quite normal. So yeah, it's actually looking a lot better, a lot brighter. Let's screw it all back together again and button this up. Okay, so the instrument cluster's actually screwed back in, and it's given me the opportunity to actually set the time, because setting the time on a Mark 1 Twingo requires a very long implement, a pen or something like that. You can't really do it with your fingers. The instrument cluster hole is so tight and so narrow. So yeah, so I'm just going to put the panel back on. The panel's back on, and everything all is great, and yeah, that is a lot better. It's definitely much brighter. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.